What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
What's up, everybody? Episode number 33. Today is July 6th, 2020.
July 6th. Hopefully everyone had a nice long holiday weekend. My name is Harrison. I'm joined with my brother Nick, as always. What's going on, Nick?
Yeah, nothing much. I hope everyone celebrated responsibly.
Yeah.
By that, I mean not being with too many people, not being around too many people.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida right now, and the beaches they closed 4th of July weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
It's just so bad here. Like, people don't care. Alicia and I have gotten one dirty look from a guy who walked by us and we were wearing a mask. And it was just like at a pier, and we're coming from an area that was like kind of had like a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
So like we had on our masks and we walked by, and of course it's like the most Florida looking guy you can imagine. Like, just gives me a death stare.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily like, if I go out to public, like I'm not scalding anybody for not wearing a mask, but I also like would never be like, why are you wearing a mask? Like, it's pointless, you know?
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Our Uncle Robbie showed me this video of this guy that was like pissed off that Roy Cooper, our governor, was making everybody wear masks now or something. And he like wrote this song, whatever, and it was just like the most ignorant way of looking at it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like a whole different world down here, almost.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
And it's one of the worst performing states. So
yeah, Florida does not care.
They do not care.
They haven't cared about anything else. Why are they going to care about wearing masks?
Now?
Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the show, guys. Got some pretty good stuff news-wise this week. Coming off fresh from The Last of Us spoiler cast. If you guys haven't listened to that, I would highly recommend going to.
We dive talking about it.
Yeah, we dove pretty hard into it. We kind of went through like kind of day by day, like kind of the major story beats and kind of, gave our opinion. Oh, I don't know if you played since. How do you feel a week later? Kind of, obviously, spoiler for you. How do you feel coming off that now that you're less high coming off of it? I
still feel the same, and I guess so. We had the podcast last Monday, and that was about a week removed from when I completed it or when I beat it. I still feel as strongly as I did about it a week ago. Like, I still think it was an amazing story, and
I was listening. So good. Yeah, I was listening to a podcast earlier while I was at work, and like half of the people in the show were like super high about it, and then some were just like super negative, like this just isn't the game. They were like, this game shouldn't have been released at this time. It's I'm like, I mean, because like playing that like a week removed now, I don't think it's the greatest story of all time. I don't really think it's really hard for a video game, because I see a lot of video games or especially this one, like getting compared to like Schindler's List and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that level, just because at the end of the day, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's still a video game. You still have those video game tropes. You still get shot 1,000 times in the game, and then in a cutscene you get shot and you're like wounded forever. So it's like it's not perfect, and video games will probably never be like that. I mean, not that I can imagine, right? That being said, like I still don't feel like it's definitely a brutal game, but it's not as like, it's not so dark that I think that you're just going to be miserable playing. And maybe you are, I don't know. But
I think
people,
I was reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was reading reviews beforehand, and they were like, this is the darkest game I've ever played, and it just made me feel so terrible. I think that was kind of dramatized a little bit. Just
it was, and I think it's because of what's been going on like around the world. But I think that the game is so far gone between our current state versus, the video game's current state. It's night and day. Yes, it's a pandemic. But other than that, I don't like you said, I think the reviewers and some other folks in the industry are just kind of over dramatizing like the darkness of this game, because yes, it is a dark game, don't get me wrong, like it's brutal, it's dark, but it's not, I don't know, it's not so dark that I need to recover from it, like,
right.
so
Maybe we're desensitized to it.
yeah, I
like,
mean,
I don't know.
I mean, I've played games all my life where I'm murdering people. Yes, this is probably like the most visceral that I've played, but
Right.
but I just don't think it's so dark that you're gonna have trouble getting through it. But I mean, everyone's got their own opinion, and maybe for some it's a little bit harder than others. But I don't know. It's just,
yeah. I mean, I get it. I get that it's obviously not the. I mean, would it ever be the best time to release this game? Like,
no,
if it's a like a gory, sad game, like there's never going to be a good time to release it.
yeah. And they were in the podcast I was listening to. They were saying that they didn't feel like they were informed enough to go into it, that it was going to be this dark. I'm like, come on. You knew exactly what you were getting into from like all the trailers and playing the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just felt like it was like very over dramatized for the sake of just being, but anyways, after listening to them, I want to go back through it again. I'm thinking about 100%ing it, getting all the collectibles and upgrades and stuff. I really just want to play it again.
Yeah,
because it was a fun game to play too.
It was. I think I'll play through it again. Obviously,
yeah,
not in the next few weeks because I don't even have my PS4 or Xbox down here. I just have the Switch.
Right.
But I'm definitely gonna revisit it and just kind of just try to blast through it again and skipping all the cutscenes and everything. I bet it can be a 15-hour game.
Yeah, probably less than that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and dive into what we've been playing this week. You want to start it off?
You go first because I'm excited to hear about
what
you've been playing.
Cool. So I didn't list this, but I did I talk about last week? 100% of Spider-Man. I did all the DLC and stuff. I can't remember if I did or not.
I think you did. I think you did mention that.
The only 2 trophies I have left in that game is to beat the game on New Game Plus, like the main story, and beat it on like the hardest difficulty, and I just don't feel like doing that.
I may do New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty.
You can, you can. I might do that eventually, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. I've played so much of that game, and it's been so good.
Man, you're so close.
I know. I'll probably do it like, I don't know, maybe in October or something when like Spider-Man. Well, because I ain't planning on getting the PS5 day one. I don't know. Maybe closer to Spider-Man Miles Morales. But I had purchased Uncharted Lost Legacy a few weeks ago, and I dove into that, and it was like kind of the perfect game to play right after The Last of Us. Same developer. I don't think it's the same team that does like the traditional Uncharted's. I think it might be, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it's just like a smaller version of the main team.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like a 7-hour game, super short. It's funny because like playing that, you can definitely see a lot of things. And granted, it's the same developer, but you can definitely see a lot of things that they took from there and brought it over to The Last of Us. Like the very beginning of the game, like the first main area is kind of this open world, a very small open like sandbox world where you have like a Jeep or whatever, and you can do missions and stuff, and you pick up missions along the way. There's collectibles to find. There's like a bunch of like puzzles that you can do.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like you find these coins, and you have to find 11 of them that are marked throughout the world of the map or whatever. That being said, I love Uncharted, and I love like climbing and stuff, but the shooting is garbage. It's like compared to The Last of Us, like it being so clean and so tight, that this is just kind of all over the place. And I definitely got frustrated at a couple points in the game just from like the shooting, especially where like you're trying to maneuver the environment like while jumping and stuff and trying to shoot and stuff.
Yeah. I remember the bloom being really bad, like with reticle.
Yeah, it's definitely not as tight as like The Last of Us. But I would definitely recommend it. I mean, if you can find it for super cheap and you like Uncharted for the most part, because I feel like Uncharted 4, it drug on. And I know some people say like The Last of Us 1 and 2 did the same, but I was just so enthralled with that world that I could play more if need be. But Uncharted, it kind of, especially 4, it kind of was definitely long in the tooth. And this was perfect because right towards the end of the game, I was like, all right, I think I'm ready to be done with this game. And then sure enough, it ended. But yeah, it's definitely like a nice little game to play right after The Last of Us, and it's a normal length game, I guess, 8-7, probably anywhere between 7 to 10 hours, depending on if you're trying to get every collectible. But yeah,
do you think it's comparable in quality to Uncharted 4 or?
Oh yeah, it's super pretty. I mean, of course, all the voice acting is good. Like the way they move out in the environment's always it's good. I mean, you could barely tell that it's kind of a lower tiered Uncharted game.
Nice, man. So, I've really been wanting to play it. Like,
if you can catch it on sale for like 10, I think normally it's $20 now, but even then, I would say it's probably worth the $20. But yeah, just it's hard going backwards from the tightness of Last of Us 2 to this. It's a little bit a weird transition. The gunplay isn't as good. Even the controls are not as great as well. Just like it's so
tight.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely would recommend it if you've never played it before. I definitely would recommend it as a good like a solid Uncharted game.
So having played, you've played every Uncharted now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite one?
2 is definitely my favorite. Like,
okay.
2 is my favorite Uncharted game. I would say The Last of Us 2 is probably my favorite Naughty Dog game, and then Uncharted 2 is like the second one.
Okay.
That game is Uncharted 2 is like, I just think it's perfectly paced. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I played 2, but I just remember that game being like flawless, like 10 out of 10 for me.
That was
even the multiplayer was fantastic.
Yeah. No, I agree. I still think Uncharted 4 is my favorite. I don't know why. I just really like
good.
The story in that one, but Uncharted 2 is my first game. That was like when I first got the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's a good one to start with.
That collection. I was like, I'm not gonna start with 1. I'm gonna go ahead and just go into the best one.
Yeah. I feel like I need to replay like maybe 3 and 4.
3 was good. It was just that one was a little long.
Yeah.
I feel like that one overstayed its welcome more so than 4 did.
Yeah. 4 was good. I really did enjoy like that closure of like Nathan Drake and Elena. Is it Elena? Is that? I think that's.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's something like that. Yeah, that was a really good game as well. And then I finally played Days Gone. I've had that since like Black Friday last year. I don't hate it. I definitely think that Sony thought this was going to be the next The Last of Us. There's definitely tons of like just the way the game plays, like the crafting and stuff in the world, all the ammunition and items you find throughout the world is kind of the same. That being said, like as soon as I got to like the first, the zombies in this game are called freakers, so that's kind of a lame term for them, but like the first time you kill like you get up to a human or whatever. Granted, it's like in the first 10 minutes of the game. They're like blocking the road, and he's like, oh, we should be careful because I've heard of people attacking, and then like 2 seconds later you get attacked, and then you like kill a couple of humans. It's not very. The graphics are good, but like the animations aren't the greatest.
Really?
Yeah, but I like the world. It's cool. Like the motorcycle's cool. So far the characters have been okay. Like the main protagonist is like a biker gang, whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, take for that what you will, but it's not over the top annoying biker gang like I thought it was going to be. That being said, the gunplay kind of sucks. Like it's not.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And granted, like The Last of Us, like I keep bringing that up, but like that gunplay is so good. and just going from that to this, it's not as great. So it's still functional. Like I still plan on probably going through it because I've enjoyed it at least that much.
Game, I've heard.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I might not do like every side mission or whatever. I might just do the main story or whatever. But I enjoy it so far.
The story takes place right as the outbreak is happening. Is that what?
No, it's so like it starts out like I think like right when the outbreak started. I don't really want to give any spoilers away, but then it cuts like 735 days after the outbreak. So what, 2.5 years, something like that, 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's 2 years from like the initial outbreak and stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I like it enough to where I want to play it more. So that's more than I thought I thought I was gonna play it for once and be done.
That's good.
Although it is kind of an open world game, so I'm like, that's still kind of like
you want to.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. It's you could definitely tell that it was supposed to be like the next Last of Us, but it is definitely not. But it's still
trying hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what studio made Days Gone?
Hold on. Let me check the game box. It's a studio called Bend Studio. So I don't know.
Is that a second party studio for Sony?
I don't know. Let me Bend Studio.
I haven't heard of it before.
They're over 25 years of experience. Bend Studio is a Sony first party AAA game developer.
Oh, it's Sony first party. Okay.
Yeah, so it's first party. Okay, so they made Uncharted Golden Abyss, like for the Vita.
Vita, yeah.
Which I've always heard that was like a pretty solid game. I believe they've made the Siphon Filter games, which I've never played. They've made Resistance Retribution. Is that
That's a PS3 game?
That can't be right. Wasn't that was Insomniac that made that, right? Resistance?
Maybe they handed it off to
maybe. Let's try and go to their website. Oh, it's not loading up for whatever reason. But yeah, it's a solid game so far. And then I had well, I guess we forgot to kind of talk about how our week was, but we went over to our grandma's house over 4th of July and like swam in the pool and stuff like that. And I took my Switch with me, but I never ended up touching it. Mm-hmm. But when I got back last night, I was like, kind of want to play something a little bit different. So I booted up Pokemon Sword. Haven't played that since February, maybe March. Having a good time with it, actually.
No way.
I beat another, like I ran through a route or whatever, Route 8, and I did the rock gym. And
how many gyms is that in?
I don't know, 6 maybe.
6? Okay.
6 or 7. I'm having a good time.
You've gotten away from it a little bit.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think I'll probably end up beating it. I'll probably like slow burn it a little bit more. Like it's like kind of like the perfect end of the day, you're laying in bed kind of game. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could probably play more than like an hour of it at a time, but yeah, was kind of like pleasantly surprised because I was trying to play something different, and I was like, well, I'll try this out again, and nice. I'm liking it.
I did pick it up about a month and a half ago, and I finished the 8th gym.
Yeah.
So now I just have the Elite Four left. Who knows when I'll get to them?
Yeah. It's still the same things bother me. Like the fact there's no voice acting. The next one's got to have it. And it's too easy. Like I was just using my main starter like almost the whole time and just blasting people away. So I don't know.
And the fact that you can play through a whole gym, and like I don't know if you do this, but sometimes I'll keep around like a lower level Pokemon just to level it up.
Yeah.
Throughout the battles. And like the fact that I can keep one or two around during a gym battle is kind of disappointing because I mean it just doesn't test your skills much at all.
No, not at all. But yeah, it's probably the most babyified Pokemon game I've played, but it's okay.
So now that you're a big time Pokemon fan, are you gonna get the DLC?
No,
Isle of Armor?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything great about it. Like, I mean, I haven't heard like much negative stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's much like super new about it that like I want to dive in. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe over time or something.
I mean, if you love the wild area, then I guess.
Which I didn't, but.
Yeah, just. I don't know. I think Game Freak has some quality issues that they need to work on.
Yeah, and like just I mean, going back to like the whole Dexit thing last year, where you know they have almost more than half the Pokemon Pokedex or whatever, and they claimed that it was for like animations in the game. And when like I was playing and this, I can't remember what the move is called, but the Pokemon literally bounced up and down and spun in a circle. Like the legs didn't move at all or anything, and I'm like, animations, really? You just want to sell us Pokemon? Come on, let's just be real about that. Like, if you're claiming animation and you want to you know, have only a third of the Pokemon Pokedex available, like those animations better be like
top notch.
Better be like top tier, like AAA, because I don't know, man.
I mean,
I laughed out loud. Like I was like, well, are you serious? Because I was like, I almost forgot about it. And then I was like, wait, weren't they supposed to? I was like, man, they're supposed to be like super animated now. He just hopped.
They didn't do anything. And when you think about it, like Game Freak doesn't have a great pedigree of games outside of Pokemon. It's like they got handed Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it was like a surefire hit. And then, I mean, they've been doing the same thing.
I mean, they had that Little Town Hero game.
Yeah, and that one was
not great
by a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it came to the PS4 and Xbox, didn't it? Or just PS4?
I know it was dropped on Xbox.
I know it was definitely on PS4. But I didn't really, even like the trailers and stuff, that gameplay didn't look great. But yeah, I think the next one they have to absolutely just change it up significantly, because I think even like hardcore Pokemon fans are kind of not over it, but just kind of at that last bit of like, man, I don't know if I ever want to play the next one, and I'm definitely there.
Maybe this DLC is going to be good because they're not doing a full-fledged game, so they have time to put more of their efforts into another one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to be too negative.
I mean, it's still it's still a Pokemon game. It's still not terrible, but it's just not. And it's not even that's bad. It's just like it's the first time that it was coming to the Switch, like the first main Pokemon. I know we got Let's Go beforehand, but I mean, this was supposed to be like the big Pokemon leap, and it just wasn't that. So
it wasn't.
But yeah, what that is all I have been playing. Sorry, I just probably like blew your eardrums out. What have you been playing?
Nothing new for me. I jumped back into The Witcher.
Okay.
And I finished Heart of Stone. Hearts of Stone.
Oh, cool, sweet.
God, what a great story. It takes like the classic story where you make a wish.
Okay.
And you don't necessarily get what you wish for. Normally because you're not specific enough or whatever happens.
Yeah. Like a classic like genie.
Yeah, like a
genie
kind of wish type situation. So it's like a twist on that story, but it's really, really good. And the characters in that DLC are like my favorite.
Now, is this like the better one of those DLCs?
I think story-wise it's better, but it doesn't
include a new area, right?
No.
Okay.
Blood and Wine is the one that has like the new island that you go to.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Region. So I think I'm gonna jump into that at some point. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Just because Paper Mario is coming out soon.
Oh no, I can't wait. Paper Mario and Ghost of Tsushima, man. Are
you gonna get both?
I'm not. I will, but probably not same day. I just don't have time to play like two big games. I'm definitely probably gonna get Paper Mario first, and then look at the reviews for Tsushima, just because I'm not 100% sold on it. I like what I see, especially with that gameplay, like 20-minute gameplay video we got. But yeah,
I thought it was weird, and I've never really seen this before. I guess outside of Last of Us, but I feel like every like company and every influencer like made a PSA that they were playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I saw it too, and like people were playing Cyberpunk as well.
I don't know if it was like a marketing thing where part of their
probably
contract was that they had to post that they were playing it.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure.
Like, that's kind of weird. Like I've never really seen people being so upfront that they're reviewing a game.
I just think that it's like, and they have every right to be. Like Sony first party has killed it. Like, but I feel like Sony and like the Sony, I don't want to say fanboys, but like I feel like they're so high and like so kind of pretentious about
pompous.
Yeah, about their games, and like they're like, I mean, the people that were poo-pooing on The Last of Us, I mean, people were like going ham, and like even like some people were, I don't know if you saw, but they were doing like death threats and stuff to like Neil Druckmann and Laura Bailey that played Abby.
Oh my God.
Like, what are you doing?
Over a video game. That's ridiculous. To someone who didn't have any involvement in the writing at all, like just an actress who played a character.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like just there's some level of like pretentiousness that comes from like Sony fanboys and stuff like
kind
that.
Of entitlement too.
Yeah, like an entitlement, like they deserve something. I mean, but I mean, like I said, like this generation, God of War, Horizon. I mean, there's been so many fantastic first-party Sony games. Outside of like The Order was kind of. I still want to play that game, by the way. The Order, like 1888 or whatever. Have you played it?
No, I do not want to play it.
I heard it was like almost no gameplay. It was just like all like quick. But outside of like that, maybe like Days Gone, where it wasn't quite there. I mean, they've killed it. So yes, I get the entitlement, but just stop. Stop. People lose their freaking minds over Sony and anything that they do. And if you like poo-poo Sony at all, it's like they come out of the woodworks. Like, yes, we know that Microsoft first-party games are very few and far between. I mean, we'll see, in a couple weeks, but just chill out, man.
Just chill. Stop treating it like the Game of Thrones finale, because this was actually a good ending to a game. So just
yeah, people lose their minds over this as much as they do like the Snyder cut of Batman or of friggin' was it Batman versus Superman or Justice League or whatever. I think it's Justice League. Like the movie was bad. Like I don't know. Anyways,
changing a few scenes around isn't going to change.
Yeah, it's whatever. I've never seen it, so I can't really judge it that way. But I don't know. Anyways, back to what you've been playing. Sorry for that little side tangent.
We keep getting on The Last of Us. It just keeps on coming up.
It's a fantastic game, man.
Yeah.
Don't do death threats. Come on.
Don't never do death threats for anything at all.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I jumped back into Slay the Spire.
Oh man.
God.
That's like your game of 2020, man.
It really is. Like I jump into it and then I'm sucked in for like hours and hours. And it's God, it's like a drug. I just can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But they added that fourth character. And I beat it with the fourth character, so I've beaten it with all four.
Was it DLC or was it like a free update or something?
No, it was a free update.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So, God, I know I tell you this every time and you're never going to buy it, but you got to get it.
It's never on sale. I need to catch it on sale. I don't know.
No, I think it's, what, 20, 25 normally?
Yeah, I think so.
I might have gotten it when it was 20.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out eventually. I mean, I like card games, so.
Yeah, if you like card games.
Yeah.
And like spending an hour and a half on a run to lose and.
Yeah, I was almost was going to, and I still might, because I remember I had said I'm going to bring the Magic cards with me. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about just going out and like just buying like a preset deck or something. Just I don't know, just for the heck of it.
Of Magic cards?
Yeah.
Do they? Where can you get them? Where can you get them?
Target, Walmart.
You think they still have Magic?
Oh,
I know
oh
they
yeah,
probably
I've
have
seen.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, when I've been there and like walked past that area, there's like a ton of stuff. And I've been watching occasionally Aaron from Game Grumps. He does like live openings of like the booster sets or whatever, booster boxes.
Oh, he does?
And like it's kind of like a little nostalgia factor. And then I started watching this one guy on YouTube. He opens like mainly like old school like Pokemon packs that are still sealed, and like that's like got the nostalgia flowing. So like I keep wanting to go back up and look at the Pokemon cards and see if there's anything worth anything. So
yeah. What's that guy's name?
His name is Leon Hart.
Was he the one that opened up the
$55,000 Charizard? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That
He said,
was so heartwarming.
Well, it's crazy because he sent it off to PSA, like the main like grader of cards in general, and it got lost in the mail. So I don't know. He still says it hasn't been found, but he's hopeful. So I don't know, man. That's
why did he send it off?
I think he lives in Texas and like the place is in California. So I don't know.
That is just like sending $55,000 in the mail.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. Hopefully he finds it because I want to see what it comes back as, because like it's graded like on a 10-point scale, 10 being the best, obviously. But yeah, that was a really cool video because just like but all of his videos are like that. Whenever you pull something like pretty cool, like he like I don't know, he's just fun to watch.
He's so careful.
Yeah, he's like shaking and stuff and
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, sorry, another tangent. Continue on with Slay the Spire.
That was it for Slay the Spire.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to. There are 20 ascension levels, so once you beat it, there are like different modifiers.
Okay.
That make it a little bit harder each time, but I still haven't beaten it again with any of the characters. So I'm not good at the game by any means, but I love playing it.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's been it for me. I've just kind of been bopping around games.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, we were on vacation and stuff, so.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to sit down and play for hours and hours at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
All right, you want to go ahead and jump on into the news of the week?
Let's do it, man.
All right, you want to go ahead and read the first story because I actually did not see this one.
This is a big one. This has some big ramifications potentially, but so the 2K21 price got revealed, and it was a little confusing at first, but the gist of it is
they always have like a ton of different tiers with 2K21.
Yeah,
or 2K in general. I mean,
so I'll go biggest first. If you get the $100 Mamba edition, which is like really cool that they're doing that, you get like the base Xbox One or PS4 game, and then you get a free upgrade to Series X or PS5.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then if you buy the Xbox One or PS4 edition for $60, the PS5 and Series X are just going to be $70. And I don't think you can upgrade. Maybe you.
Oh, it might be like there's no $10 upcharge or anything like that.
No, I don't think so.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I guess everything doesn't have to go over, but.
Yeah. But the main takeaway is that this is the first next gen game that's going to be $70.
So the base price is $70 for the next
base
gen.
Price. And I also read that other developers were looking into that.
I mean, honestly, back in the day, like certain N64 games would be anywhere between like $80 and $100.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we got to the 360 PS3 era, it jumped up from the $49.99 to the $59.99, which we've been used to for so many years now. Honestly, I wouldn't mind paying $70 for a video game just because especially for some like really awesome AAA games that we know take a lot of time. I don't think I'd mind paying an extra $10.
I think it's kind of due.
Yeah. I think we're due every I don't necessarily want to see this every time there's like a new console generation jump, but
like every 2
yeah,
or
I mean,
3
but video games are
generations.
super expensive to make. So I'm honestly surprised this hasn't already happened. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
And you saw what happened with the DS. Like it started with $30, and then
Yep,
the Pokemon's come out and it goes up
they're
to
40.
35, and then
Yeah,
it goes up to 40. Like you kind of see it everywhere else except like the mainline consoles.
yeah.
And
I do kind of feel like that $100 price point for the Mamba Edition is kind of shitty if you buy it for like Xbox One and PS4, and then you get the free upgrade. But I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff that comes in that edition, and that one's probably gonna sell a crap ton just because of what happened to Kobe or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not about getting charged extra. I don't know, because I think some companies did that last gen too, where like if you had bought, you pay like an extra $10 or something, and you could get an upgraded version, or whatever. I don't know.
it's definitely weird. I think. I mean,
because I mean, if you buy the $100 version for the Xbox One or PS4, I mean, it's the same game as the baseline edition of 2K, like the $60 version on like the Xbox One and PS4. So like, I don't know. I mean, even if they just charge like an extra $10, I don't know. It's going to be a weird transition. I think a lot of gamers now are kind of expecting everything this year to get a free upgrade. Especially with Xbox's, smart delivery, which I definitely appreciate stuff like that, because I don't like buying games twice, but for the most part. But
I mean, I think at the very least you should do $10 to upgrade.
Yeah, like something like that. I don't know.
Especially if a game's coming out really close to the next generation of consoles, like NBA 2K is, or
within like a couple months or something. Like it'd be nice to get like at least, I don't know. I feel like a free upgrade would be nice, but I mean, it is what it is. It's 2K.
So I don't expect anything from them.
Yeah, I mean, and they're like you said, the other developers are going to be looking at this, see how well this does, see kind of the outcry. I mean, I haven't seen much outcry about this, the price point. So I feel like a lot of gamers are probably, a lot of maybe veteran gamers that have been playing for a long time kind of expected this increase at some point.
Yeah.
So next up is Hyperscape. Got leaked and then announced, and then it's available to play now, I think, in beta, right? Or is it ready? I can't remember.
I think it's in beta.
Okay. But yeah, it's Ubisoft's battle royale called Hyperscape. Did you watch any gameplay footage of this thing?
I did, and it looks pretty cool. Like I like the city, like I like the map that it takes place in.
Yeah, so it's definitely way more vertical than any other kind of battle royale. It's like you said, it's in a city, so there's no like woods or anything like that. It definitely looks more like Quake-like, or maybe Halo-like, where it's kind of like it seems like it's gonna be a lot faster, and there's like what, bounce pads and stuff to shoot you up in the air.
Yeah.
And then like one of the cool features it has is if you die when you're like in a squad, you turn into like a ghost, and you can also run around the map and call out where other players are. So that's kind of interesting. So it's different than or a little bit different than your standard battle royale. So I mean, if it's and it's free too. So that is cool. I might check it out.
Yeah, it seems like they definitely didn't cash in. They
They
tried hard to differentiate themselves from all the battle royales out there right now.
There's too many, but I'll check it out. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but we'll see. It looks interesting. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
And I like the fact that like the when the circle or whatever gets smaller, like the area around it kind of disintegrates, because it takes place in like a virtual world. out, like you I guess you hook into it kind of like the Matrix or whatever. So like as the world shrinks, the buildings and the roads kind of dissipates, like it pixelizes and then kind of disappears, so you can kind of tell when it's about to fall or whatever. So that's pretty cool compared to all the other battle royales.
Just having a storm coming through or something like that.
Yeah, so that's cool. You want to read the next one?
Yes, this is kind of interesting, but Fallout is getting a TV show, and it's coming from the Westworld creators.
Sweet. I've never watched Westworld, but I heard it's pretty great. I think there's three seasons of it. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it, man. I love any sort of like post-apocalyptic TV. I watched The Walking Dead for a while, and then I kind of fell off of that. But I'm definitely excited for like The Last of Us TV show coming out. So hey, I would definitely like to see something like this, go on TV. Especially since I'm not like a huge fan of playing Fallout. I do enjoy like the world and the stories and like the monsters and stuff. Right. I just don't enjoy
the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks cool.
I think video games are much better suited for TV shows than they are for movies.
Yes, definitely. Because I think isn't there a Resident Evil show in the works as well?
I think so.
I want to say there is. Yeah, I would definitely prefer like just imagine The Witcher. Like I don't think that would have worked on like a movie screen. It's too much content. It's too much lore, too much stuff to fit in.
And I think Last of Us was originally going to be a movie, but now it's a show.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's really like maybe Harry Potter, but like the Lord of the Rings, I think is like one of those kind of perfect like trilogy of movies. But I guess it could probably be better in a TV show, which they're making. So.
Oh yeah, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Amazon, I think. So lots of good TV to look forward to, especially video game wise.
And you can't forget about the Borderlands movie.
That shit's gonna be garbage.
It's gonna be so bad.
Like I just
if it has like any of the same humor as the games.
And I think aren't they? Isn't I'm forgetting the developer. Well, Randy Pitch, Gearbox. Don't they have something like to do with it? Aren't they co-writing or something? Maybe they're not. I don't know.
I think they do. I think they have some involvement.
I feel like Randy Pitchford would want to be involved in that, but whatever.
He uses magic tricks.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Man, that Borderlands just has a sour taste in my mouth now ever since.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't play 3. I was really looking forward to playing it, and then I just kind of didn't. I just didn't pick it up. And I heard it wasn't terrible. It was kind of just okay.
Felt like a DLC to the second one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Next up is Dying Light Hellraid DLC. I thought they were like way done with this game.
That's okay. That's why I put this in there, because it's seeming to me that there's not going to be a Dying Light 2, and we're just going to get.
Well, it got delayed
DLC.
Indefinitely.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, it kind of looks like
Doom.
Yeah, it's like a portal. Like a portal opens up, or whatever, and like demons come out. So like, I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but it looks. I mean, I might check it out because Dying Light was kind of like one of the early games I got for the Xbox One. That game is like I remember playing co-op with you. That game was fantastic.
It was fun.
Yeah, especially the grappling hook and stuff. Like it just looks awesome.
Just like the traversal in general was.
Yeah.
So fluid.
And like that first time, like you go out at night and that was pretty intense. What's going on, Noodles? But yeah,
Noodles.
Yeah, that was pretty intense that first time. I forget what they're called at night, but I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I might check that out because I know they had another DLC called like The Following, which I never checked out either.
Pretty big DLC.
Yeah, like I think I added like vehicles and stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I might check it out. We'll see.
Yeah.
Next up, Final Fantasy VII Part 2 is affected by COVID. Smaller chunks
Yeah.
going
So
forward.
apparently it's not affected that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're still going to progress, just not at 100%. And this kind of coincides with previous news that they were, instead of having as big of a game as Final Fantasy VII Part 1 was, they're going to split it up into smaller chunks.
What does that mean?
So
like 2? No way. It's going to be 2 Part 1, and then 2 Part 2, and then 2 Part 3, and then the actual Part 3. It's beautiful. Y'all are milking it to the. Nah, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, like Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Took place like within the first
city.
City of the game.
Yeah.
And like they dragged it out for 40 hours, and I don't know how many parts they had planned to actually finish the storyline of the game.
I was thinking at least 3 of 4. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like, I've never played Final Fantasy, so like, or Final Fantasy 7, I should say. So I don't know exactly how far in that story that is, but from everyone that's played it, like there've been nothing but great things said. Like even though obviously it's not the full story of 7, the game is still meaty enough to justify paying that $60. It's still crazy to me that they didn't like name it Part 1 or something. But
because what are they gonna? Are they just gonna name the second one Part 2? Or are they gonna name it?
I don't know.
Final Fantasy 7.5. I don't know.
Probably Final Fantasy 7-2 or something like that.
Yeah. But if it's smaller chunks, that means we or everyone else won't have to wait as long.
Maybe.
To play the next section of the.
Or maybe they'll kind of be developing it as they'll kind of release, like kind of episodically, maybe something like that. I don't know.
I feel like they're trying to avoid the episodic, like the branding behind episodic.
Yeah.
Just because they dropped any type of indication from their remaster or remake.
Yeah. But as far as like COVID goes, like I think that's kind of what we expected. Like most games this year, I mean, some have been affected, but it was kind of the stuff mainly going on next year was kind of what we're expecting to get really affected and slowing down progress of development.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely, and I don't know when we should expect Part 2. Like, is it going to be next year or is it 2022? I don't know.
I'd say 2022. But
I definitely do want to play the remake though. Like,
yeah.
I've heard such good things that I definitely want to check it out. Next up, Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay got leaked.
Oh yeah, it's Ubisoft, so
yeah, of course,
it all gets leaked.
Yeah, Ubi leak. I didn't watch this. Did you see the leaks or anything?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It looks like Odyssey in terms of gameplay.
Okay, I mean that's kind of what we expected.
I'm gonna wait to watch like most of it until the actual game is revealed. But
yeah,
yeah, it looks good. I don't know how much I'm gonna get into this one because I have trouble getting into Assassin's Creed games. But
yeah, I haven't played Assassin's Creed in years, so this might be the one I jump into just because I really do enjoy. Well, especially coming off of God of War, a couple years ago, I really do like that Norse kind of like mythology, and Vikings are cool. So
yeah.
But yeah, speaking of not having to wait too much longer, the Ubisoft 4 digital event is coming July 12th. So I guess we can expect stuff like Valhalla, maybe Far Cry 6. That's been rumored. I think. Oh, who was the villain that they had said?
It was the guy from Breaking Bad.
From Breaking Bad. What's his? I can't remember his character's name.
Oh my god. What's the company? Or the restaurant? The Chicken Brothers?
I can't remember. Like
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah.
And he was named
Gus. So yeah, I expect something probably Far Cry 6 related, maybe some Watch Dogs.
Yeah, we haven't heard from that in a long time.
I still have Watch Dogs 2 that I've never actually. I played like the first mission of it, and I never actually completed it.
I didn't know you had it.
Yeah. I might need to check that out again. I don't know.
I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
like the first one was okay. Like the first one of like I think his name was maybe Ethan or something. I don't know, but he was just so lame. Like he was such a boring character. Like he was always so serious all the time.
But then the second one, the character was pretty.
Yeah, he was like a teenager
fun,
or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll look forward to watching that. Hopefully, it's better than EA's live play or whatever that was.
God, I forgot about that. To be honest.
Thanks
honestly,
for ruining my night.
I always enjoy Ubisoft's
conferences.
Some, like they always have some good stuff too.
Yeah, they've always got some like pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
We'll probably expect to see a Rabbids game, maybe a Mario versus Rabbids 2. That could be pretty cool.
That'd be big.
But yeah, and then last up is Xbox Series X showcase. We knew it was coming this month. We didn't know when, but now we know it's July 23rd, 12 p.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m.
Pacific.
Western or Pacific time, whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So that's 2 Thursdays from this Thursday.
Yep.
So not too long to wait to hear about. And Halo, or the Halo developers 343 responded.
Yep. Halo Infinite.
Said, get ready for Halo.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. Halo Infinite. Probably see some more. What's that one game?
Sea of Thieves.
We'll probably see like another. Oh, excuse me. We'll probably see another Sea of Thieves content update or something. No, what's the Hell game?
Oh, Hellblade.
We'll probably see another trailer for that. Maybe some gameplay. Looking forward to that.
What else are we gonna see? Like I don't even know what they're gonna. I don't know why I love Xbox so much because I can't even think of any first party game besides Halo.
Well, they've acquired so many studios these past few years, but haven't had any games come out yet. So, hoping that we'll get like some Ori DLC, but that's probably stretching it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the first one didn't have it, but I would love to get back into that game with some proper DLC and the game actually being 100%. But that's I don't know. That we'll see.
That would be cool.
Did you? We didn't put it on the news, but did you see the rumors of Xbox possibly buying, like Rocksteady, Warner Brothers games?
Yeah, I saw something about that. I thought,
yeah,
that'd be a good move.
Yeah, because they were that would be a pretty good get if they could get them. So
I wonder what that would mean for their like upcoming titles that they have. I'm assuming those would still be multi-plat.
Oh yeah. I would assume anything that's already in development would go to both. Yeah. Just because if they own it, there's no reason for it not to. And then I guess after that they could, I don't know, put them onto something specific. But yeah, they would just kind of like when they bought oh shoot, I'm having like a blank on stuff tonight. The Outer Worlds developer, Obsidian, like that. They had acquired Obsidian before Outer Worlds came out, but since it was already being developed, they put it out on everything.
Okay, yeah, I forgot they had acquired Obsidian.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see something new from Obsidian, possibly. I mean, there's Double Fine, whatever that they had.
Probably see new Forza.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll see something.
That's gonna be the second game that they show. I guarantee it.
Hold on, I'm googling their first party studios real quick. Let's see. Mojang, Ninja Theory. Maybe we'll see something new from Ninja Theory. I know a lot of people are kind of disappointed with that. What's that one game they put out? The blood game.
Blood game.
What was it called? It came out earlier this year, like in February.
Was it a multiplayer game?
Yeah, it was like a free to play, or it might have been free to play, but it was on Game Pass, of course.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it. We might see. Oh, shoot, what was it? We might see Elder Ring
Yeah, that's a lot of people have been saying. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
So they got what? Undead Labs, which is the State of Decay developers. World's Edge, which is the Age of Empire developers.
Turn 10.
I think they're working on Age of Empires. The Coalition, obviously, with Gears. I don't think we'll probably see anything from them.
I would love to see Gears 6 though.
Oh, I know. So nice. Rare, obviously.
Sea of Thieves. Yep. Their main game.
Compulsion Games. They did Contrast and We Happy Few. Excuse me. They got some good stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we might be pleasantly surprised by this one.
I think so. There's some good stuff to look forward to. Hopefully they'll kind of learn their lesson from their third party whatever gameplay debacle that was. But
yeah, I think they have to know that the stakes are kind of high.
Yeah.
Off of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people were pretty high on that showcase. Mm-hmm. They showed a lot of great looking games to look forward to. So yeah, I think they've got to kind of. I think this is kind of it. Other than like knowing about price, do you think they talk about price here?
I don't think so.
No,
I think they called it an Xbox Game Showcase. I think they did that for a reason.
Yeah,
they don't even want to allude to price.
You think they wait till August to show the Series S and price?
Yeah. I think they'll show the S and then they'll put
the price tags or whatever
for both of them.
Yeah, I feel like August is like the last kind of. I mean, it's the last month they really can like. I mean, you got to ramp up marketing and pre-orders and all that stuff. So,
I'm sure they have some financial data that shows that pre-orders don't typically happen until the third or fourth quarter of the year. That's why they're waiting, but we just want to know. Yeah,
I just want to know, man. I've heard rumors that like $400, like that just seems too low, man. I'm like $5.
$5 sounds like the sweet spot.
Yeah, like $5. I could do like $6 that's expensive. That's an expensive console, and that's why I'm gonna go with the Xbox, just because like you're gonna get so many free games with the Game Pass. So, and then I'll wait for the PS5, but yeah, some good stuff to look forward to, man. And then of course, if Nintendo ever decides to drop any sort of random direct or something, I mean they could blow everybody out of the water. Who knows?
If they had it between Ubisoft and Microsoft's, and that could be. Yeah. They show Breath of the Wild 2, like
they start to show off with Breath of the Wild 2 coming November. They next gen is crushed.
It's over.
Might as well pack up your bags, Microsoft and Sony.
Yeah, don't even show those price tags.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's who knows, and I haven't seen any more like rumors about any sort of directs coming, but
I heard there was gonna be one this month based on the Reddit threads.
Okay. Scour,
yeah.
I'm itching for one, man. I'm itching for one. That mini was a tease, and the Pokemon ones, aside from Snap, was kind of a letdown. So,
what was announced in the mini one? Anything notable? Like I know they showed Xenoblade and some more, but
yeah, nothing great. I mean, nothing.
Okay.
I mean, they dropped the Paper Mario kind of out of nowhere. I think like late May, I think, or early sometime in May. I think they dropped that trailer. So that wasn't even part of the direct. So I don't know. Maybe they just don't have anything together right now. Yeah, that definitely should have been like an ender. I'm surprised they didn't. Sure. I'm surprised they didn't do that with the mini direct. Like I feel like if they put that on into that, like maybe that would have kind of evened out a little bit. Still wouldn't have been a great direct, but at least it would have been something to look forward to. Ready. Maybe they didn't think it was going to come out. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to do the show this week. Appreciate everyone that tuned in, that's been downloading the show and all that good stuff. If you wouldn't mind leaving us a nice review on your favorite podcasting platform, that definitely helps out, and just sharing the podcast with your family and friends in general. If you have like family members or friends that like video games, share it to them. Let them know let them know what it's about. Nick, where can they find where can they shoot us emails to?
gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. I repeat, gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Yes, Yahoo is still around.
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Yahoo, man.
Just as good as AOL.
Yeah, just as good. Just as good. But yeah, you can send us any sort of what you're looking forward to, suggestions, improvements for the show, what you don't like. I don't know, any sort of like segments that you want us to do. We haven't really done like a new segment in a while. We kind of like, I don't know, we did like the music thing for a little bit and like the topic of the week, but
yeah,
it gets kind of hard after a while to come up with stuff.
It does. Don't send us any death threats about our opinions on Last of Us, though.
Yeah, we liked it. Okay, gosh, jeez, we enjoyed it. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, and we'll see you guys at next Monday, 8:30ish, 8:30ish live on Twitch.
Always 8:30ish.
Bye, guys.